Hey everybody, it's Presenr. So your resume, you're going to need one. No matter what you do in your career, it's going to be your calling card. It's going to be your presentation to show your skills and your capabilities. You may want to start with who you are, your objective statement, why you're interested in a position like this, why you're the right candidate for it, and what you're going to do with it. Think about who your target audience is. You want to do a little bit of research, find out what's going on in that company, what's the company culture, so you'll be more comfortable meshing your skills with that company. If you go into an interview, you'll speak the speak and walk the walk. The other thing you want to do is try to find out who is going to be getting your resume. You don't want dear sir or dear madam. The next thing you want to think about is your unique selling proposition. That company got 100 resumes the same day for social media manager. What's going to make yours stand out? What's going to be your unique selling proposition that's going to stand out from the crowd? So accomplishments and experience. Well, I'd rather see accomplishments, actually. Everybody's got experience, they've done things, but really, how did they do them? So accomplishments are things like, you increase sales. And you want to have a metric with that. You don't want to just say, I increased sales. You want to say how much you increased them, from what time period to what time period. It shows that you did some due diligence in analyzing and also gathering that feedback. The other thing you want to look at is if you say something like, well, I designed a website, well, let's see that website. Make sure you link it to your resume so that someone can open it up and see your work. So your resume and your cover letter are going to tell a story too. What sparked your passion in this kind of field? Maybe your aunt was in the field and she, inspired you. How did you get from point A to point B? I've been interested in this since I got out of high school. Put that human element in there. Put that emotion. And then how are you going to structure your resume? What's more important should really go up top. Is it your education? Is it your experience? Your skills? How are you going to actually lay things out is really important. You want to look at some templates, but you don't want to just blindly use a template because everybody's doing that. So you can start with a template, but then you want to make sure you customize it and modernize it to your own brand specifications. Keywords. So a lot of companies are using an applicant tracking system, or ATS. What that does is it looks to see how well your resume meshes with the job description. So look at the job description, download it, read it carefully, think about how you're answering that job description in your resume. You may need to customize your resume for every job. I have a job, I want to be a radio engineer, but is it a radio engineer for music? Is it a radio engineer for news? Is it a location radio engineer? So you really have to think about how you're going to customize each resume to fit that job description and not just plant out. You're going to need to format it correctly. Most companies want a PDF or portable document format because it's versatile, it's adaptable. You don't need the software like Word or Pages to actually open the file. And those ATS readers can use it. So make sure you know how to create a PDF from your word processor software or Canva. So this one goes without saying. If I see a spelling error on your resume, I'm probably not going to keep reading it. You want to make sure that you proof it really carefully. I like to read it out loud. Never rely on just the spell check and the grammar check. If you read it out loud, you can kind of pinpoint some awkward phrasing. You can even record yourself and play it back. Another thing is to let someone else read it. They can look at it with a fresh pair of eyes and really give you an unbiased opinion. I like bulleted lists on my resume. Bulleted lists are nice because they are concise, they're easy to scan, and again, someone's looking at 100 resumes a day, they can pull out information very easily from a bulleted list instead of having to read a whole paragraph. The trade-off is bulleted lists take more space. So again, in a one-page resume, you got to be really decisive on how you edit it. Skills and hobbies. A lot of people may say, well, is it significant that I put, that I'm a barista or a chef or an artist on there? Yeah, it might be. It may resonate with the person reading it. Maybe they're an avid cook too. And by being a chef, you know how to shop for the right ingredients. You know how to plan in advance. You know how to economize. You know how to structure and organize your kitchen. Get the prep done first. Use temperature and timing to put everything on the plate at the same time, and then do an artistic presentation so that people eat with their eyes before they eat with their mouths. And all that goes together and can inspire. So if someone's really organized and executes well in that area, maybe they'll do really well too in web design. A tab date column. I like a tab date column for the same reason I like a bulleted list. It just makes the information easy to find. I don't want to weave around trying to find dates to figure out how long you've been at a certain company, when you started. So a tab date column will give you a nice column that is just easy to find the information that they're looking for. A one-page resume, well, if they ask for it, you should follow directions. You may have to do some judicious editing. You may also have another version that is a little bit longer, and you can ask that, can I send this one because I, have so many things I want to tell you about. Okay, I'll leave you with this little tidbit. When you're done, this resume worded website is really great because what it allows you to do is upload your PDF resume, and they'll put it through an ATS reader and then give you a report on how well you did in the tracking. You kind of get a preliminary of how your resume is worded, your keywords, your structure, how readable it is. If you need any help, please let me know. I can help you with things like content design and execution for your resume. Good luck with it.